out here in another part of town. We just here to make an effect, to offer up some love, some peace, some happiness, and all the good stuff that comes with being positive in these communities, y'all. Salute, big brother! I got it. Disappeared. He had a physical piece on earlier. What's going on, brother? What's happening, G? Alright? Yes, sir, no doubt, no doubt. Gotta show the love, y'all. Salute to everybody. We out here just to offer up some peace, offer up some gratefulness for life. We see the young babies, the beautiful energy out here. We're not trying to stop them. We're not out here to mess with the flow of drugs. We're not out here to mess with the flow of guns coming through the community. That's a whole nother level. Our thing is to attract minds, to attract hearts, so we can our lives, so we can dedicate some love to these future generations. We got too many babies, too many ladies, too many young men getting hit for no reasons, y'all. The best we can do as brothers and sisters is think about our lives. The best we can do. Think more about our lives, man. Think about what goes on the other side when we do what we're doing. Think about that mother who cannot bury her son. Think about that girlfriend who cannot bury her boyfriend. Think about that wife who cannot bury her husband. Think about that young baby who does not have life insurance. See, that's what we don't think about when we play with these triggers. We're doing everything else. I understand. However, we have to think a little bit harder, think a little bit more about these lives, man. These babies' lives are too precious. Our lives are too precious. And if we want to get money, we can get money all day. We can get money. We can do what we want to do in these communities, in these hoods. We can do what we want to do, but nobody should have to lose their life. No one should have to lose their life over some foolishness. No one should have to lose their life because I just want to prove something to somebody. What is there to prove, black man? What is there to prove, black woman? What is there to prove? Prove how much you love yourself by looking for another day of life. Prove how much you love yourself by looking for another day of living. One of your babies might have a birthday coming up this weekend. That's what I be thinking about. If I'm representing some set, I'm thinking about my babies. I'm thinking about going home. I'm thinking about that birthday party. I'm thinking about that wedding. I'm thinking about spending time with the family. I'm still thinking about being on this side of life with my homies. Nothing comes but death, man, but death. Some tears, but then you're forgotten about for the most part. Some of us, if we're doing craziness in these communities, for the most part, we are forgotten about. For the most part, we are forgotten about. The best we can do is think about our lives, brothers. Think about our lives. The best we can do is think about our lives. Add effort, brothers. Yeah. I'll let y'all hear me down this way too. If you're not thinking about life, you're not thinking about nothing. We can get all the money in the world. We can look mad. We can look sad. We can look like we're tough. But if you're not standing up for your community, if you're not protecting men, women, and children and these babies, if you're not doing anything that's worthy of life, what is it to live? What is it to live? Let me get that speaker. Because there's always somebody, somewhere. That's all right. Keep shooting the fireworks. I know fireworks is not louder than these fireworks that's going to come through this microphone. I know that for a fact. Because we go anywhere we want to. No, we don't ask for a permit. We go to any block that's popping because we love black life. We love black people. And nobody, white, black, we never ran from the Klan and we ain't running from no black men. We out here because we love life, family. We out here because we want to put some more life into these neighborhoods that we live in. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel mad and be stressed out and frustrated. But why somebody got to lose their life? Think about your lives, sisters. Think about the life that's in these babies. Think about the life that's in the next generation that you need to be here for. Think about the life that you want to live. Think about the life that you want to pour into that next generation. None of us should want to lose our lives, man, for some foolishness. Everybody got guns. Everybody get money. Why can't we just live, though? Why can't we just keep pouring love in the neighborhood? Why can't we keep having some brotherly and sisterly love in these neighborhoods we live in? One main reason is because we don't own anything. The only thing we own is some tires and a car. The only thing we own is a white t-shirt and some sneakers. The only thing we own is a new belt. What do we really own in these communities that we live in? That's why we're frustrated. That's why we're upset with each other. If I wake up and I see dilapidated homes, I'm an 8-year-old, I'm a 9-year-old, and I see a beaten down house. By the time I'm 20, I don't respect life anymore. By the time I'm 21, I don't look at life the same if my community is all beaten up. I don't look at life the same if I'm a young girl and I'm always seeing my brothers, my older brothers, harassed by the police. I don't look at life the same. There's no way you can look at life the same living in the ghetto. There's no way you can look at life with a happy idea in your mind, with creative genius in your mind. There's no way you can look at life the same when you got liquor stores all the way around you. When you got people who really do not care about your life. There's no way you can live in these ghettos and think differently. That's why we gotta offer these babies something better. Even if we know we're gonna be here all of our lives and most of our lives, the best we can do is to put some more life into the minds of these babies. Put some more life into the mind of the women we deal with, brothers. Sisters, put some life into the brother's mind that you're dealing with. If you know he getting money, tell him to keep getting the money. But come home, honey. Come home, I need you home. Because home is where life is at. Home is where the love is at, brothers. Why we gotta murder each other? Why we gotta keep looking for death? Every time we open up our eyes, I just want to go murder somebody. That's not the way a man thinks. A man is thinking of his future. A man is thinking of his future. He's thinking of his babies. He's thinking of the woman that he's with. He's thinking of a way he can make things better for years to come, not just days to come. Get that money, brother. Get all the money you can. And we don't want to stop the drug flow. That's something on a whole other level. It's drugs in every ghetto. But we got to keep the life flowing. There's too much death flowing through these communities, especially when it's black people. Too much death. Too much crime. Too much violence. Too much senselessness. Let's begin to pour some more life, people. We understand. You're not just looking at any old men out here, especially me on this microphone. Seen it all. Been there. Done that. Ain't nothing new under the sun. This Wilbur section. We have seen all the crime, all the violence. North Trenton versus Wilbur section. Wilbur section versus West Trenton. West Trenton versus South Trenton. South Trenton versus another section of South Trenton. Another section of South Trenton versus the other section of South Trenton. This ain't new. Nothing new under the sun. The same stuff been going on before I was born. I got aunts that live out here that tell me the same stories. We was always fighting East Trenton, the other side, St. Joe's Avenue. St. Joe's Avenue always had beef with Bruning Avenue. Bruning Avenue always had beef with Girard Avenue. Girard Avenue always had beef with the other side of River Section. This stuff ain't nothing new. When do we decide to change it, black people? We getting money. When do we decide to make some type of change in these communities we living in, man? If we gonna call it a community. It's really not a community because communities, we own things. Communities, we don't let bodegas, Dominicans, Guatemalans own stores and put their babies through college. In a real community, we own the businesses. We make sure that the businesses pass down to our children. You have these Indians, you have these Koreans, you have these folks down here in Georgia's Chicken, all the way from, what is that country over there, Saudi Arabia? That's that family that's been there for almost 30 years, passing down that wealth, taking that money out of this neighborhood, putting their babies through college. Our children ain't even got good educations in these communities we live in, man. Same bodega, same owners passing down to the children. What do our children have? What do they get passed down? What do they get passed down? You know, beat up hungry?
Yeah.
What do our babies get passed down?
Around the corner.
More gun, more tore up streets,
Yeah.
a new type of drug. What do we pass to our children, man? Think about life, brothers. Think about life. Think about more than this weekend. I don't want to just turn up this weekend. I want to turn up 20 years from now. I want my children turning up with me when they grow up. I want my wife turning up with me when she becomes more mature in her wifehood. I want to be around with my grandmom so she can see, look, grandmom, I bought up the block. That money you used to see me getting, grandmom, I know you had a hard time raising me, grandmom, but I bought the block. That's how you put life in the community, bro. Come on, man. Our homies come home, we come right back to the same block. What do we have to offer our homies when they come home? Another package. Huh? If I was a homie and I came back home to this, come on, people, come on, sisters, think about the brothers you're laying up with. Think about the brothers you're laying up with, man. I'm a brother, so I know what we do. I know what we do, young ladies. I know what we do when we in bed with y'all. What's better? What's better? To tell my woman when I'm with her that, listen, if we're going to be here for the next 20, 30 years, we buying this block with this money I'm making. That little shoebox I got up under the bed, you know what we doing with that money? We gonna buy the block. We're not gonna just live around here and all this stuff. Oh, we getting up out of here. We don't owe this ghetto nothing. We don't owe this ghetto nothing. That's all right. That's all right. I know the couch. Peace. That's me. We don't owe these ghettos nothing, y'all. I know we think we owe the ghetto something. We don't owe the ghetto nothing. But if you're gonna be here, do your best. Do your best. Do your best to create more life, to pour more life into these communities, man. If you want to remain here, if you think it's cool staying on Hampton Avenue 20, 25, 30 years, do something with Hampton Avenue. Do something with East State Street. How do we want to continue to live in this filth? How do we want to live around in this filth, man? East State Street.
Come on, brother.
If we want to be out here, the least we can do is offer some life to the community.
Come on.
Offer some greatness to the community. You know your grandma's still living around. We know our grandmothers are still living around. We know our mothers, our babies still living in these communities. Huh? We can't do nothing better for our mothers. Huh? You just sell with a new t-shirt, a new sneakers, and mom looking at you. You got money under the bed, something happened to your mom. Come on, y'all. Come on. That's the battery of the mic. Yeah. We get money. It's okay to get money. It's okay. Keep talking that clout. But the end result should not be you dying. The end result should not be somebody in your hood dying. If you pushing weight, if you doing all that, we understand. That's a whole nother level, brothers and sisters. That's a whole nother level. Get that money. We cannot stop the drug flow coming into states like New Jersey. We cannot stop the drug flow coming into states like Delaware. All the water that sits on that Atlantic coast. We cannot stop the flow. Who else coming in? We can't control that, but we can control by the time it hits the block. No lady got to get hit sitting on the porch. Your son don't got to get hit going to school. Your grandma don't got to get hit trying to go to church. Huh? Come on, brothers. Come on, sisters. Is that what it's supposed to be about? Proving how much you can shoot up the block? And you ain't get hit the person you're trying to go after? That's how much life is worth to you, knowing we got sons out here, little nieces and nephews. Some of us got whole families. River section, y'all a little bit different. Y'all got generations of families out here in River section. It's always been different in River section. Families, black families, generations of families out here in River section. Grandmothers seeing their grandsons die. Mothers burying their sons too early in this community, in this neighborhood. Too much been going on in Wilbur section. There's a whole different type of life that's always been in Wilbur section. Tell me I'm wrong, brothers. Wilbur section always had a whole different type of vibe out here in Wilbur section. Am I wrong, Messiah? Wilbur section. Always something different about the section. Always another type of attitude about Locust Avenue, Tioga Avenue, East State, Walnut, Hampton Avenue, Mama Street. Always a whole different type of life in this part of town, man. Can't we do something better? Can't we do something different? Some of us been getting money for the longest out here. Have the people who've been getting money bought up the block, anything on the block besides the Indians, besides these Jews that walk around and take this money on the 1st of the month and the 15th? Don't we get tired of seeing these people coming from Lakewood, New Jersey, getting that rent money, taking it back down into Lakewood, and we can't even drive through Lakewood without being stopped by the police and harassed? Come on, y'all. But we get money. But we lit, but we turn it up. Come on, black people. Turn it up and make our communities a little better to live, man. Make it easier for our children who got to walk back and forth to school. Think about it. Your children, your nieces, your nephews have to walk past you, get money, going to school. Are you thinking about their life? Are you considering the life of your nephew walking past you, getting money, going to school, going to the after-school program? Or are you that selfish? Am I that selfish when I see my niece walking by me on the boulevard? I got a beef with somebody in West Trenton. I want to be out there with my niece playing and loving on her. But because I'm selfish, I bring it back to my block, and now my niece gets hit. That's selfish, family. It's selfish when you come home and you got a pocket full of money, and your baby mama or your girlfriend, your wife, got to go wash her clothes at some Indian man laundromat. Think about it, y'all. Think about it. We can't buy no laundromat in our community. We can't buy no bodega. We always mad at Pocket when he ain't got what we want. We can't buy the bodega. We can't buy another barbershop on our own block. We cannot be that selfish, family. We gotta wake up, we gotta clean up, and we gotta stand up, y'all. This is why we can't get involved. We don't ask you to commit to any and everything, but the least you can do is commit to more life. Commit to offering up some love to the community, to the neighborhood that you live in. The least we can do is offer a bit more life. Think about life, man. Consider your life. Consider what's going to happen when that bullet hits your skin and you in that hospital. Somebody praying for you to live. Think about what happened when they won't let your wife, your mom, in that room. I don't know if y'all understand what goes on when these bullets hit these bodies. And the police show up at the
We are live from the Wilbur section.
You can't go back there, but you back
Blacklisted
there.
podcast.
This is what goes on when these
You're listening
bullets hit
to
these bodies, y'all. In the black
Brother
community.
Devon
Hitting your body.
speaking some serious truth.
You can't get
He's
back
not trying to
touch
rid the
your
community
son.
of drugs.
You can't get back here to touch your daughter.
That's a big deal.
No, ma'am, it's locked up.
He just wants to
And
stop the
police
violence.
got guarded up and ain't nothing you can do.
All this gunshot, bloodshed, and gun violence in Trenton right now is at a tipping point. And it ain't gonna get any better. This COVID-19 ain't helping. Unemployment ain't helping. The lack of opportunities are not helping.
Come on, y'all. Consider life, man. Think about that.
Just listen to what he has to say, and you be the judge. People keep saying Black Lives Matter, and then the recoil is, what about black on black crime? Well, that's what we're out here trying to do. We're trying to curb some of that. You know, I don't see nobody else out here doing it. I don't see nobody else volunteering. Nobody out here is getting paid. Matter of fact, we're walking around with targets on our backs. You've seen the targets on the t-shirts. Endangered species. But we're willing to risk it. Gotta do something. This is not even my neighborhood. But I'm a human being, and so these people need to be treated humanely. We're not out here pumping violence and talking violence and trying to ramp people up. We're just trying to get people to think of a different way. You want to resolve a conflict? Do you need to shoot and kill somebody to resolve that conflict? I'm not sure about that. I really don't believe you do. But nowadays, the way to prove to be a man is how many people you can kill or not be killed. And we need to unprogram people's thoughts like that. Because why should we go around and kill each other? And no offense, I believe the police are doing a better job than that. Because if we kill each other, one of us is going to jail. The other one's going in the morgue. They kill us and there's no repercussions. We're not coming back. So we need to strengthen up these communities instead of like turning our nose down at them and pretending that none of this stuff is happening. Again, this is a tipping point. Let's go back to Allah.
Consider your life. We can do better than we doing. We can do better than we doing. Think about your life, y'all. Stop the killing starts from Hitler, man. Stop the killing starts from Hitler. We know it's tough. As a black man, I know it's tough, brothers. It's painful. It's painful, brothers. It's painful knowing you got a record and you can't get no job. It's painful coming back home. It's painful. Painful telling your black woman they won't hire you. It's painful, brothers. It's painful knowing you want to get further in life. Painful knowing you want to do a little bit more in your life. It's painful, man. But you stuck because of that record. It's painful, so it's hurt. It's hurting inside. That's what makes us want to hurt each other, because we hurting inside. We don't have life to even offer no more. We hurting, so we take that hurt out on the hood. We take that pain out on our relationship. We take that pain out on our grandparents. We take that pain out in school. We take that pain out on those who are close to us. That's why we say black on black community, because we are close to each other. We hurting, dog. We are in pain. Black neighborhood is in pain. Knowing there's a liquor store everywhere you turn around. Not even 50 yards from each other. Passions on one corner. Another liquor store down this end. Another one up the other end. A whole block surrounded by liquor stores. A whole block surrounded by nothing that helps you get rid of your pain. You think you're getting rid of that pain. Drink it away if you're in the black community. Drink your pain away. Smoke your pain away. Get high. Take your mind off of the pain you're dealing with, black people. This is what they do to us. We'll give you 10 liquor stores surrounding 2 blocks. Take that pain away from you, brother. We ain't gonna give you no job, but we'll give you 10 liquor stores. We don't got no better schools for you, but we'll give you 10 liquor stores. We don't got no clean streets for you, but we'll give you 10 liquor stores. 15 churches. Look at our communities, man. Liquor store, church. Liquor store, church. Liquor store, church. Think about how your community looks. Come on, black people. We gotta want better. We gotta want to do better. We're not gonna stop everything that goes on in these communities, but we can
If I look and listen. Good thing I understand all the Spanish, and the guy right there, I guess he owns the building. And I heard him talking, heard him saying something about Policia. And other stuff. That's how more or less grab your stuff off the porch.
Too much heat to the block. Pull them to the side. Homie, you're bringing too much heat. Ain't this how we supposed to be? Pull them to the side. Man, you're bringing too much heat. You're causing too many problems. Let me talk to you. We don't need that heat out here, man. Think about the lives that's out here. You gonna bring that heat out here while we got our women and our babies out here? You gonna bring that heat out here when my grandmom just trying to chill on a porch? Come on, brothers. Think about your life, man. Think about life, y'all. Think about life. Consider your life. Consider the life of your loved ones. Think about what's going to happen on the other side. Don't think about just this weekend. Think about 20 years from now. If you're in your 20s and you got an 8-year-old son, don't you want to be here when he turned 28? Don't you want to be here when your daughter graduates college? Don't you want to be here when your son brings home a wife? Dad, I'm getting married. Are we thinking about these things, brothers? Are we thinking about these things? Dad, look, I made the honor roll. Mom, look, I made the honor roll. Are we thinking about this stuff? Or are we thinking about it? Are we thinking about it? Or we can just remain selfish. I understand, man. Believe me, that love was in me at one time. The selfish, the thoughts of being selfish was in me. This money mine. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fresh for the weekend. I'm good. Now I'm here, Grandma can't lock me food. Now I'm here, my baby mom in the heart. I'm good. I got mine. That's how we be thinking as men, don't we? Act like we men ain't never think like that when we got some money in our pocket. Selfish. Knowing we got to do something with this money. And all we want is a new t-shirt and a belt and some sneakers just to hang out. Are we thinking anything different about our lives, man? The way we think about getting money hasn't changed, man. Imagine if we owned that store. Imagine the protection that we could put around this block, around this neighborhood, if we owned the property that's around it. The reason most of this stuff looks the way it does is because there's no real ownership. The people who own it live in Lakewood, like I said, they're taking the money out of the community. And when they call the police ain't coming to protect us black men, they coming to protect property, some Jew man property, some Indian man property. Come on, man. Think about the lives that we could change if we begin to own something around here. I could pass down legacy to my children. I could pass down greatness to my children if we own something. Put that money somewhere, brothers. Put that money somewhere, sisters. Think about life, man. The best we can do. Think about our lives. Consider our lives. Consider how awesome your life is. Consider how powerful your life is. Consider how magnificent your life is. And I want to live it to the fullest. I want to live it to the fullest. I don't want to cut short because of some foolishness. I don't want my life cut short unless I got to, unless I'm going to die in the community. Unless I'm going to die in the my life. So what if I'm going to die over some foolishness? What if I'm going to die over some foolishness? What am I doing dying over some foolishness? We gotta stop the killing and start some healing. Stop the killing, start some healing. Stop the killing, start some healing, family. Pour life, pour love into these I know it's hurting. Love yourself, brothers. I know it's painful, man. Somebody loves me. That's why I want to get home all the time. Somebody really loves me. I think about that all the time. My mom's still around. My mom loves me. My grandma, she's here, but I know they love me. I got people on some of these blocks in different parts of Trenton that love me. I want to be around so I can see greatness in their eyes when they see me. Somebody love us, brother. Somebody loving you. You know that. Somebody thinking about my brother, my big brother. Somebody thinking about their little brother that's out here. Somebody thinking about their cousin that got to be on these blocks. Don't think nobody ain't thinking about you. Somebody's thinking about you. They're thinking about how much they love you, how much they might want to see you every day. Not just 10 years, 20 years. They want to see you live a long, awesome, great, phenomenal life. Stop taking our lives for something that's right, man. Stop taking life for granted. Somebody loves you. Somebody loves you. We out here because we love you. I might not know everybody, but I see some of these things. We love y'all. That's why we out here. For no other reason but to pour life and to pour love into the section. Life and love into the section today. Life and love into the section. This part of the section. I know it's not part of the section. I know it's not part of the section. We're not here to see that. We're not vibration with that. We want to come pour some love. Pour some life into this part of the community, y'all. Think about the lives that are around you. Think about those young lives that got to walk back and forth to school when they open the buildings back up. Think about it. Think about it, brother. Think about it, sisters. Consider your life. Stop the killing. Start some healing. Stop the killing. Start some healing. Stop the killing. Start some healing. Think about life. Think about love. Pour love into your neighborhood, man. Pour love into it. Now, I ain't got to be the only one on this microphone, y'all, on this bullhorn, man. Come on now. Anybody, they try to get on my voice. Come on, man. Talk to us, y'all. Come on, Sheena, what you got?
I see. I'm a monster, you know what I'm saying? I'm the street corrupter. You know what I'm saying? I'm the street corrupter. I ain't saying that yet. You know what I'm saying? I will. You know what I'm saying? I'm just riding on the bar. I'm the street corrupter. I should be laying down the ground today.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like keeping it focused. You know what I'm saying? I still ain't gave up 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not no goddamn devil either. But I have no other way to my bills right now, man.
But the one thing we have to say is sisters is we're the ones that have to bury them. We're the ones that suffer when they're gone. We're the ones that are alone at home, time not there when they're not there no more. It's like when the funeral over, the house is over. That's right. Ain't nobody over your house after you bury them. You got a house full the day before the funeral because everybody want to know what happened to them. But half the time they already know. They just don't want to talk about it. They might be scared. They might just don't care. But I care. So I'm telling you, my sister, if you know better, you show better. Your son can't rise no higher than you, sister. We have to stop feeding our kids oodles and noodles and hug juices and Fruit Loops. We have to start feeding them nutritious snacks, feeding them real wholesome meals. Stop living off of McDonald's and the corner store. The corner store already got money. We need to start putting money back into ourselves, into our house, into our education. We're never going to rise no higher than each other. When a white man see you, he see me. We're all niggas to them. We're no different than each other because I have a Mercedes and you have a Chrysler. It don't matter what you're driving. It don't matter what you're wearing. It matters about the color of your skin. So Black Lives Matter, they should matter to the hood. 9 times out of 10, the person that killed you knows you. The person that killed you knows you. There's no doubt about it. Ain't nobody coming through our hood killing us. We gotta stop blaming people for our problems. We're killing each other every single day.
shoot me, and the person that shot me don't know who did it, or ain't related to the person that did it. It's insane. We cannot keep riding around here worried about how we look, what we have, and what we don't have, and we're not going to live to see tomorrow. You can't take none of it with you. We just lost a magnificent brother on August the 28th. We lost somebody who made us happy to be black. And Chadwick Boseman. We thought we were a Panther. We went to the movies with
They kept it short and sweet.
Black power. Can I hear black power?
Black power.
Across the street, can I hear black power? Black power. Black power. We are here today. We are here on our second leg of a tour that we're doing in the city. Just to come and spread a message of love, kindness, peace, understanding, knowledge, wisdom, harmony, balance, peace, unity. Unity. Unity is the key. You know, the questions are often asked, what can black folks do to make any of this better? And it's one simple answer: unify. Until we unify and stick together and come together and put our minds, our bodies, our souls, and our hearts together, we're going to always have one power. I'm going to say it again, one more time. Until we come together as men and as women and put our hearts, our minds, our souls, and our bodies together, we're going to always have this problem. All right now. It's nobody else's problem but ours. I own it, you should own it, you, everybody out here own it. Ain't no white man coming to save us. Ain't no city funds gonna do it. Ain't no Jesus coming down out the sky. Ain't no mystery God. We must solve our own problems. We can't keep looking to everywhere else and everyone else until you look in the mirror and say, what can I do? What can I do? How can I help? It's real simple. Get involved. Being on Facebook, posting conscious posts, posting militant posts, posting anything on the internet is not the answer. We need to put boots to the ground and come outside and do something in our own community. So we all know what we got to do. We got to unify with like-minded and able-bodied people. We got to come together. We got to put our minds together. We got to put our bodies together. And we got to be one unifying voice out here in the streets. Brothers got to step up as well as the sisters. I'm doing my part. Brother Divine doing their part. His part. Everybody out here is doing their part. But it can't just be us, y'all. If the murder happened down the street, then the people in the neighborhood has to make it an importance to come together, to get together, to put your mind, hearts, bodies, and soul together to solve our own problems. It's real simple. Unify. Unity is number one. Once we come together, we can mobilize and do anything and accomplish anything that we set out to do. It's real simple. It's old-fashioned community coming together. My neighbor come together with me. We come together with the people down the street. The people down the street come together with the people around the corner. And before you know, we got a whole neighborhood working to change. You have to be the change that you want to see. It's real simple. Be the change that you want to see. Ain't no Joe Biden, ain't no Kamala Harris, ain't nobody going to fix our problems but us. We cannot vote our way out of this. We cannot lock our way and prison our men up out of this. Ain't no job you can get that's going to make this any better. Until we put our mind, hearts, bodies, and soul together as one, we're going to have this problem in Trenton, in Newark, in Camden, in Elizabeth, in East Orange, on Walnut, on Stuyvesant, on Lamberton, on the Boulevard, everywhere in the town. If the town don't get together, the town, I'm talking to you, if the town don't get together, block by block and hood by hood and house by house, and friend by friend and man by man and woman with woman, if we don't get together and do it, the problem will continue. Generation after generation after generation. So let's be the one in 2020. Let's be the ones in 2020 to get it popping. That's all. It's real simple. Let us be the change that we want to see. Let us be the change we want to see. There are many problems facing our community. One is self-hatred. If you can't love yourself, you can't love your brother. If you can't love yourself, you won't love your brother. If you don't look in the mirror and say, I love this man in the mirror, you won't love your brother. So self-unify, mobilize, and organize. Brotherly love and sisterly love is the key. Togetherness is the key. Unity is the key. And stopping the violence is the key. Stop the killing and start the healing. It's not a novel thing. We have to stop
A lot of what's been
the
said,
violence, stop the killing.
it's not candy coated. It's straight truth sauce. They're coming from the heart.
Stop the senseless killing.
It may not be the way you want to hear it,
Stop getting so used to hanging out white.
but it's the way they want to say it, and that's the way they feel about it.
Stop becoming.
There's a lot of people thinking out there that this is like a negative thing. You know, is there a better way she should have said that? Is there a better way he could have said that? They're not writing these speeches. They don't have speech writers writing for them. This is coming from the heart. It's coming from the mind. It's coming from their soul, and they're saying this stuff like their lives depend on it.
Everybody at the funeral has
Because they do.
good things to say about you. How much of us?
The way I see it, and you can agree to disagree, is that blackness has been co-opted. Blackness has been kidnapped. Blackness has been used and weaponized by everyone, from Hollywood and the entertainment world to politicians in the White House. Our blackness have been co-opted by the law enforcement, Department of Justice, by the educational system. It's amazing. We are the only people who, as a culture, as a people, that it has been weaponized and used against us. It's ironic that the only people that blackness has not helped are black people. Think that through. And don't give me affirmative action. That was not just there to help black people. I'm pretty sure certain companies who had affirmative action was getting really good tax write-offs. And it's about time for black people to stand up, just like this young lady said. Let them take responsibility. Let them do what they have to do. Because no God in the sky or great white hope is coming down here to fix this. And nor should they allow it. So, it's time for black people to take black back. As proud as you were when you seen Black Panther, as proud and sad as you were when you seen Chadwick Boseman pass away and doing all these great things he did in life and touched so many people in death. You don't have to die to do that. You can do it right here, right now. And people from other cultures, white, black, brown, they want to help we're not going to turn it away. But first of all, black people need to stand on their own and do it themselves. Because I'm so sick and tired of hearing people saying that we don't try.
I'm gonna keep it super simple.
Because we do.
Some of the simple things that we can do.
Back to the route.
That's the foundation right there. When we start talking to each other, we can now communicate effectively to each other. Two, this is just simple stuff. When it's school time and the baby's going back and forth across the streets, stop the work for a second, make sure they got safe passage home and to school. Come out. If you don't think voting is important, why is it so important that they do everything they possibly can to suppress it? If you don't think it makes a difference, look at where we at right now.
One, two. There we go. I spent 7 years on the corner of Chambers and Walnut, ducking bullets flying through the crib. That is old. We are the only community and the only people that let outsiders come in, take everything we got, and bounce. When I say Polish Trenton, they got a credit union, they got a bakery, they got their own supermarket, they got a travel agency, they got dance school, they got everything that their community needs. And we sit and feed them constantly. JC said, I beat that block. But guess what? The brother's a billionaire now. We need to just own one building. One. So when you talk about economic development in this area, they gotta invite us to the table. We ain't gotta beg to be at the table, they gotta come to us and invite us to the table. When we're talking economics, real economics, we are already in every area that is really effective. We in law, we in education, we in entertainment, we in sex war, counter war, we're in every possible lane you can think of. We're not thinking that we are effective in those lanes, and that is the difference. Just like we go in and turn a light switch in the house, we got to turn that light switch in our mind. If we to be the light of these communities, if we be the light to our communities, to our families, to our cultures, it's the simple things. Walk with respect. Talk with respect. Treat people with respect. And respect is more than just a word. You see it. What's going on, Brother Donaldson? Respect is more than just a word. It's when you actually know the thing you're respecting and you value that at which it is. Ella Jo Baker, you may not be familiar with her. She was one of the ones who graduated top of her class out of the Southern University in the era where Dr. King was doing his thing. He recruited her out the South and brought her up to New York City to head up that branch of the NAACP. Right now, she has a big movement on the West Coast. She's no longer with us, but the Ella Jo Baker Center is really doing some things on some social change.
Oh, I see stuff.
Be the change you look to see. Don't be afraid of what it might look like. Just like we sit and break down and calculate and strategize, we need to be able to get together, collect our resources, and incentivize them.
I'd like to thank anybody who watched this, got anything out of it. You can come up with any ideas that may help push this message. We're all ears. You know, we'll take any suggestion, as long as it's positive. We're not here to be violent or any of that bullshit, because we're trying to prove to you, like we have to, when people think of Black Lives Matter and the Black Lives Matter movement, or any black movement for that matter, that it's inherently violent.
And talk to me.
But guess what? If you want change,
If I can't find
it's
the
not
answer,
going to be
we
clean.
gonna find the answer.
It's going to be gritty.
I'ma say
You
it
might
again.
get some knuckle
If I
stuck,
don't have the answer,
but you don't have to
we
die
gonna
over it.
find and we're gonna enjoy the journey in that trip.
This country was founded on that
This is
bullshit.
different.
Yet it's different when it comes to people who look like
I
me.
lived in every part of this city.
I don't even live in this part of the city. I don't even know anybody out here.
I don't want to be out here with
That doesn't stop me from coming out here and representing.
only way to plant the seed for a little water.
I'm not trying to tell you to do anything any different to me.
And eventually,
But if the moves strike you, go on the Blacklisted page. Go on my page. I don't care. I'll get you the information when I get it. You want to walk out here? We down. I'm tired of people going on my page telling me how they feel sorry and they need to do this and they need to do that while you sit there in the comfort of your own home. That's fine if that's what you want to do. But I'm going to be more than just talking about it. I'm going to be about it. Again, thanks for watching.
Everybody out here love.
Peace.
We wouldn't do this if we didn't.
Fade to black.